This video was brought to you by Squarespace. So in this video, I'll be going over what I love in Naruto. Ever since it aired on Toonami, I've been a huge Naruto fan, so I made a list, randomized the order, and here it is. The elite groups in Naruto has got to be the foundation of how people create scary teams in anime. And the names and branding were honestly enough for me to consider them cool. The Akatsuki, the 7 Ninja Swordsmen of the Mist, the Anbu Black Ops, the Sound 4, I love that mess. The names of these groups is still strong, even with the faults that come with them, because, you know, that's branding. It doesn't always matter that I can't name the non-important swordsmen, or that the Anbu get clapped a lot. It matters the more that I think about it, but that's why I try not to think about it. Number 21, Darui. I love Darui. As a character, I like seeing that Shikamaru-ish archetype Kishimoto does. He was always a skilled shinobi and he ended up the next Raikage. I just love that. As a design, black characters and lightning is a well-known trope, but the spin on it, and this time I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'll take it. So aside from the weird looking mustache that happens in Boruto, I thought that this was some of the better representation I've seen in anime. Choji versus Drobo. See, when it comes to the original Naruto, I like Choji a lot. However, it wasn't until this fight that I ended up loving him as a character, because when characters take a stand to be a line of defense against a huge threat, that's my shit. But when Choji stood up for himself and his friend Shikamaru, it meant a lot more for me, because being a bigger guy meant that Choji was going to be judged by others for it a lot, and it does happen. So taking that stand meant more than anything to me. Now, I did think it was ironic that he'd get skinnier after the form change, and would have rather they bulked him up on top of being husky. It's like he's defining himself as a bigger guy, but then he gets all slim after. Like, that's just odd. But yeah, I love the fight, and I love that little butterfly form that he does with the whole symbolism and all that. Orochimaru pre-Shippuden. The allure in Orochimaru is this sort of mystified evil. It wasn't just the fact that they were strong. Orochimaru was genuinely scary, and I think that's missing a lot these days when it comes to crafting villains. Their journey for knowledge and how it delves into a Frankenstein-esque territory is an excellent story in itself too. To learn all there is, they're going to have to be around for it, and the road to immortality with the ideal host in mind opens up a whole new territory, because what if Orochimaru discovers all there is? It sounds impossible, but I would have loved to watch that journey. It doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, considering I feel like the evil is gone in Orochimaru now, but you know, it would have been cool. Number 14, Shino and the Aburame clan. When characters have connections to nature like this, or like with Naruto and Jiraiya and whole the Mount Miyaboku, it taps into that real world type mystery. Living in a symbiotic relationship that you can use for your power looks like it's hella cool to me, especially with the whole swarm of bug things he's got going on. It looks like Harvest, the stand from JoJo Part 4, and I like that stand a lot. And also their glasses, like the Aburame clan glasses are icy. They're icy as hell. I can't even, like, you can't lie about that. Now, number 2, this is one of the higher ones originally, the Nine-Tailed Fox. Well, where do I start with this? So look, I don't know if you were there for it, because I don't know how old the person watching this is, but there was a cultural shift when Naruto tapped into Kurama against Haku. Like, when that happened on TV, it was ridiculous. Everyone I knew that watched Naruto, including me, was on some y'all don't want the beast to come out type of stuff. Like, it was hilarious looking back on it now. And this type of hype that you get from anime, it gets you bad looks to the general public, obviously, but it's all worth it. It's hella fun, and this anger, this power, this hype, like, I feel like Hugh Jackman coming out of the water in that Wolverine movie, that only addresses the phenomenon that is Kurama. In the original Naruto, Kurama also had this sense of mystery and danger surrounding him. It's like, oh man, Naruto can tap into this danger for strength, but what will happen? I think that's when I've enjoyed Naruto more, because it was like dancing with the devil. The strength of the Nine Tails is powerful, but It was the fact that Naruto could have lost himself if he indulged in it too far. And there's also manga Kurama, which looks 20,000 times cooler than the anime adaptation, in my personal opinion. But yeah, the Nine-Tailed Fox, like, that's huge part to Naruto for me. Number 10, the Sound 4. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were hard. I thought they were, at least the majority of them, right? Tayuya had my favorite abilities. I thought her jutsu cool as hell. I love those weird puppet type guys that were controlled by the flute. Her and Kidomaru also, they had my favorite designs, like Kidomaru's final form and just Tayuya in general were my favorite designs. And Drobo was just this, strong guy. Like that was cool for me. As for the last one, or well, last two, I wasn't feeling too much exactly. It's like I wasn't feeling them at all, like to the point where I don't even remember the names that much again. I know one was Yukon, but I forgot the other one. If you know what the other one's name is, could leave a comment. That'd be great. Like the other one, because there's Yukon and the other one. I don't know. It's fading my mind. Number 20, the Sand Village Trio. I don't even know how Kishimoto got the idea for this trio, but it is like one of the best trios in Naruto. Kid Gaara had an appeal similar to the Nine-Tailed Fox. He was just like this straight demon, and it was fire enough to just make sand of all things cool. The same goes for Tamari and Kankuro. Puppets in Naruto have always been an interesting area that they further elaborated on. Like I like the puppets in Naruto more than I like puppets in Zatch Bell even. It got better with Sasori and later Kankuro, and Tamari, well, I don't know about y'all, but me, I've been a Tamari fan since like I was 8, like that just hasn't changed at all. I haven't really watched Boruto like that either, but from what I have seen, I think I honestly like Gaara there too. Like to adopt some random kid who also had similar problems and the whole sand powers also seems like the best case scenario for that character and that character's future. Number 31, the Reaper Death Seal. So like real clarification thing, apparently it's called the Dead Demon Consuming Seal. Just telling you that now, but I will not be calling it that. Thank you, Tom from Toonami. But what I love about the Reaper Death Seal isn't about how it works. Not at all. No, the design for the Shinigami itself, that's what I love. I feel like there's this existence, of Shinigami in Naruto, and that begs a lot of questions to the rest of the world. But we learn about like Hagoromo and the Otsutsuki, and I don't remember Shinigami and like any of that. So it feels like a separate entity, like altogether, and it's still as mysterious as the first time as I saw it. At least that's what I feel. I might have been overseeing some certain things, but yeah. Number 27, Fang over Fang. I do not care about this ability in any merit. I just played a lot of Naruto games, and I love how it's said. That's it. That's the only part about this I like. It's just, and it's an amazing ability to scream out. I love the games. The shout out to the Kiba voice actors. You went wild on that. And 26, Itachi. So over time, the development of this character had opened my eyes up to just look at the politics in anime. So I was with Itachi because he had that sort of Sesshomaru dynamic, and it's just like, oh man, evil brother. And I looked extremely menacing. Like I was like, oh, this guy's a scary dude. After Shippuden, it had become more about, wow, look at the extent a soldier, a child soldier at that even, it just goes like can go for the sake of their village. Like a child prodigy paraded around his people in his village, all of this to fall in line for the sake of what they consider good and what's considered necessary for the leaf. Then the one thing holding him together and the one thing that he was allowed was his brother, like Sasuke. And that was so sad, like watching Shippuden. I was like, man, that's for real sad, because the fight with Sasuke probably carries like some of the most weight I've seen like in the series. And he even made dying, like, damn, like that was real, him dying. And that happened twice. Like I've to experience Itachi being real when dying 2 times. He was so real, he had to die twice. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a great character One of my favorite characters in general. Great jutsu set, just great overall design. I love the character. Now, I have at least 2 more videos worth of this list for how much I have to talk about. So if you do show out with the support, I'll try to get this out faster. And I just wanted to see how y'all would gauge Naruto on the channel, because it's been a huge part of my life. I just never really talked about it because I didn't know how interested people were. Squarespace. Squarespace gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform to create your own website. You can connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content, manage your members, send email communications, and leverage audience insights all in one easy-to-use platform. Use their powerful blogging tools to categorize, share, and schedule your posts. You can also display posts from your other social media profiles to your website, automatically pushing website content to your favorite social media channels so your followers can share it too. You can go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/CalebIA to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Until then, peace out and Godspeed.